In today's video, you're trying to lose some body fat. You're trying to go from looking like this to looking like this. And you've got a plan, but you've screwed it up. How do you make sure to keep progress going? Hey guys, this is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and in today's video, I really want to talk to you guys about how to make sure that you're on track with your diet. We've all been there before. We've got a plan. We've got our meals set. We've got our schedule set. We know we're going to have a great day. Then something throws us off. And sometimes it can feel like it's a bit defeating. But I want to talk to you about the fact that sometimes being thrown off is a good thing, and it doesn't necessarily have to lead to a problem. So today's question comes right here on my direct message. So guys, please send me your questions. I want to help you with your fat loss goals, your muscle building goals. I want to make sure that your fitness journeys are successful ones, and I'm going to give you the tools. As a coach for more than a decade, as an athlete for my entire life, I really understand how to take people from looking like this to my client that now looks like this. That's right, guys. I really want to help you guys reach your goals. So let me read the question and let's get started. You find yourself late in the day, heavy on carbs and way light on protein, maybe 60 grams light, with too few calories left in the budget to make it right. Do you go over on protein and calories, or do you just miss on the protein and do better tomorrow? I'm looking hard at your next transformation challenge. Well, hey guys, the next transformation challenge, it's going to be in the early part of 2024, so keep an eye out for that. We're giving away money, we're giving away nutrition and training plans, and we're giving you guys a community to be a part of to help you on your fat loss goals. I'll show you a few of our before and afters right here of our previous competition competitors that have placed very well, some of our winners even. And that's really what I want to help you guys do here. So let's talk about the situation. So let's say you have a 2,000 calorie budget, and like you said here, you had a little bit of extra carbs, maybe some fats, and you've already hit your 2,000 calories, but you've got a lot of protein left in the tank. Well, let me give you some good news. The good news is that carbohydrates are actually protein sparing. What does that mean? That means by ingesting carbohydrates, it can prevent muscle breakdown. That's right. A lot of us are worried about the loss of muscle when we're dieting, and for good reason. When you are restricting calories, when you are training, when you're doing cardio, you are at risk of being catabolic. In fact, when we're trying to lose body fat, it is very important that we spend a good portion of our day catabolic, and therefore it can be more of a risk for us to actually be in this position. So I understand when you're about 60 carbs or 60 protein under for the day that you want to overeat. And I'll be honest, in that situation, depending on your goals, if it's performance, if it's strength-based, I'd probably just go ahead and eat the protein as listed and adjust the plan the next day. Now, the reason we tend to miss on protein is why? Protein is the most difficult macronutrient to find when we are out and about. Even if you can find protein, often it's going to be combined with things like fats and carbs and sugars and sodium, and it can be very difficult to stop eating. Therefore, it's really good to plan ahead. Now, I travel, I fly all the time. Almost every weekend I'm at a competition. When I'm traveling through airports, my favorite thing are I pack protein powders in little baggies so that I can simply pour it in a shaker, add some water. I also bring things like beef jerky. Those to me are the two easiest solutions to keep my protein high, my carbs and fats low, and it helps me with staying full. Because we all know when you're dieting and hunger kicks in and you get a little angry and stress might be there, well, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna reach for something tasty that's gonna make us feel better, and for good reason. We need that energy, we need that focus. Sometimes we gotta be able to work. Sometimes we just don't wanna deal with the hunger, okay? Depending on how serious your fat loss goals are. If you're just trying to lose weight to look good, obviously it's gonna be more likely that you do that. Now, what would I do if I were in prep for a bodybuilding competition? I would really try to plan ahead. But I also wanna give you something here. You can't screw up, right? If you're being great and you're being consistent, one day, 60 grams of protein over, 240 calories over, that is not going to negatively impact your success, okay? You can use it as a learning lesson. You can say, hey, what went wrong today? I found myself in a situation where I couldn't get to my meals. I didn't have any options. Maybe in the future, you start to pack things like protein bars, like protein powder. Make sure you have things that are available. Maybe you have snacks that are available that are maybe a little less heavy on the carbs or the fats, whatever your specific needs are. And obviously, if you're doing things with a flexible approach, then you're gonna understand how to balance your carbs, your fats, your proteins, your macronutrients, your calories for your daily goals. And if you don't know where to start with that, guys, right here, ProPhysique has a completely free calculator. That's right, you just go there, prophysique.com/calculator, and you plug in all your information, and it's going to give you a set of macronutrients. It's even going to help you set up meal timing based on your goals, okay? This is to help you understand that protein, carbs, and fats, they're just part of a greater system in our body. It's not about being perfect every single day. It's about being consistent over a long period of time. I promise you, I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. That person's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. There is no such thing as perfect, okay? What we can focus on is that sometimes nutritional needs are going to trump what makes us feel good, right? Sometimes we need to do something. We need to enjoy food. It would be pretty boring and pretty pointless to spend your entire life just focused on being fit and not on enjoying life. And that's the flexibility that I want to preach, guys. I'm a 47-year-old lifetime natural bodybuilding father of 3 business owner who travels every single weekend. Yes, I love to be fit. No, I am not perfect. I eat out all the time. And sometimes I say, you know what? Today is my day to enjoy things. But guess what? I'm able to look at the big picture because I understand protein, carbs, fats, movement. All these things can offset what we are trying to accomplish. Also, look at your daily step count. Look at your cardio. A lot of times people will say, Coach, I lose weight when I go on vacation. How come? Well, usually when we get out of our bubbles, our work-life bubbles, we go on vacation. What do? We move more. We focus more on going to do activities. We focus on maybe going swimming, going for a walk, going to and from. When we're at home, we would sit and be much more sedentary. So if you focused a little bit more on activity one day and your hunger went up and you overate calories, you still might be in a deficit. So it's about looking at the big picture, not putting that pressure on yourself and not feeling like if you don't do things perfectly, then you need to overreact or over-respond and put yourself at a position where just because you went off plan for one day, you say screw the rest of the week and you start over again Monday. Stop with that mentality. Just understand that if you're a little high one day, you could even go a little low the next. If you're 60 grams of protein or 60 grams of carbs over one day, the next day you can just pull back by 30, and the next day you can pull back by 30 on carbs, and guess what you've done? You balance out those 3 days, so you've literally done nothing wrong. That type of mentality is going to go a long way in making sure that you're reaching your fitness goals and not having the on-off switch, the binary, good, bad, right, wrong. I promise you that is a shortcut to eating disorders and to mental issues when it comes to fat loss. Look at the long term. And hopefully this answers your questions. And if you guys have questions, go to my Instagram direct message, send them, ask them in the comments section below, hit subscribe. It makes my day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.